All right, and welcome back. OGA Dota Pit action coming your way with our second and final BO3 of the day. Got ourselves CDEC against Royal Never Give Up as they are following the Vici victory over Team Aster. And they'll be going up against eHome. The winner of this goes up against IG, who finished their bracket 3-0. So Royal Never Give Up, CDEC. Overall, I would say Royal Never Give Up look like the better team. Um, Royal Never Give Up dropped 2 games to IG. That was about it. They 2-0'd Aster. They 2-0'd SAG. And to me, overall, just look like the better squad in general. I'm actually shocked that CDC banned this Viper first, considering what we've been seeing as first phase bans.
Yeah, it's all about the Queen of Pain, though, right, as well. Because they want to force RNG to have to ban the Queen of Pain. Yeah, there you go. So they're effectively saying, like, we've taken one ban out, so you've lost a ban as well, in a way. Which is interesting. It's a cool way to look at it. But, yeah, I think coming into the series, I would say RNG are massive favourites for me. CDEC have looked okay, but they've looked pretty rough at stages as well. Like, even in the series they beat Vici in, was the only series they won in the group stage. It wasn't comfortable. Like, I don't think they should have won the series. Vici ended up throwing game 3, and seeing them in the playoffs, I was a little bit surprised because I thought across the whole of all of the group stages we saw, I mean, in their group at least, they were the worst team, I would say, on paper. Or not on paper, just in play as well. And considering how poor LGD and Vici played in the group stage as well, I think that says a lot. So I expect RNG to 2-0 this. I will say straight up now. I think if CDEC win even one game, I'll be surprised. But I think Setsu's playing incredibly well at the moment so far in this competition. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do.
Yeah, I think Monet's really shown up to be a star as well. Setsu's been playing amazing on this Void Spirit. I think if you're not going to ban it out, you're playing against him wrong. Like, I think he's just been so stellar on that hero that you can't let him have his hands on it. It just... I don't know. Everybody on RNG looks very good right now. Whereas CDC, it's like all I'm finding is holes in their game plan.
Yeah, like Super's looked incredibly... Like, do you remember that Elder Titan game he played? Was it yesterday or the day before? It was insane. Like, he was incredible. Yeah. And I find it really interesting that both these teams at the start of the draft have picked some save. Because we don't see that too often from the Chinese teams. I keep telling you, like, I'm really surprised. But, whenever Venge gets let through, we see it all snapped, picked, nearly all the time. So it shouldn't be too much of a surprise to see the Venge, but the Shadow Demon first phase as well. I'm pretty sure it'll probably be September. Well, I'm pretty sure probably. That's a great way of saying, isn't it? But September will probably be the one on the Shadow Demon, and they'll pick a different 5. Whether it's like this Treant Protector or like OGA is something that we've been seeing Super really like. They might just decide to pick some kind of like win condition here as well if they feel like they can get away with it. I don't think they can pick the AM here, but even like TB or something potentially. Like Luna, I don't know. They have this pairing with the Shadow. They could always just pick Mirana, I think is the safe one. But I don't know how much I like it against Venge Mars.
I wonder what they want to go to, because like Monet, I want to see what he's going to be on here, because he has played some interesting heroes from time to time. Monkey King, Wraith King in that series against IG.
Now, this is something we've talked about before, that they're almost like pre-picking. Right? Because when you see this Venge pick, they're probably going to be wanting to pick a physical damage core that pairs it well with the Venge. And this Swashbuckle is so good against all those heroes with the Disarm. And I like it up against the Mars as well, because it gives you more team fight. You can escape the arena with Rolling Thunder as well. It's really good. And I think a lot of the Pangoliers we've seen, they've actually been playing relatively well. We saw Faith Bian early on in the competition as well. Have we seen any POS 4 Pangos? I don't know if we have.
I want to say 1, but I don't think so. If I had to guess.
Maybe Jinkyu or something played it. I can't really remember, but yeah, like I think this is a pretty solid pick overall. Like, because imagine if they pick Deuce or something now, and you have the disarm available on the Pango. Like, that feels amazing. And it wouldn't. I think they just let the DOTA through. Honestly, I think you should be more scared of something. Maybe like a Beastmaster. Maybe not that kind of example, but like these tempo heroes instead. They could ban like a TB or something. I think if they wanted, but they have the Shadow Demon to kind of cover themselves. I feel like the Shadow Demon makes so many like cores really difficult to play, because we saw it yesterday with the DOTA, right? Like when she got disrupted and those illusions of her spawned, they just absolutely tore through the DOTA.
Yeah, we really haven't seen DOTA do too well in this event.
Which is sad, because I actually quite like that hero. I'm a big DOTA fan. Oh, they take it out anyway. Fair enough. Now, what do they want to play? Like, I'm trying to think of cores that are still in the game. Like, DK's still in if they want to flex pick. What else is there? Void Spirit's still in the pool for Setsu if he wants that.
Clockwork, which could be their 3. It could be 4 Pango. We saw the 3 Clockwork go Orchid, too. Oh my god.
I think it might be
wild.
5 Clock, 4 Shadow Demon, 3 Pango.
I can see that, yeah.
And then they pick, like, whatever core they want on RNG, but... Interesting. There you go for the Mirana. It's pretty good up against the Clockwork and the Pangolier, like, having this mobility.
Yeah, decent with the Mars.
Yeah, lots of burst damage. We saw it when Ehome played it before. They took the Starfall at level 2 after the arrow, and they just blew somebody up when they both hit their level 2. It was pretty cool to watch.
Is TB good for either side?
They go Death Prophet, which I guess amps the pace. So level 6, you're going Exorcism and you're trying to push. But
interesting. I'm
we
not
see
sure
a
how
little
much
bit
I
of this
like
from
this.
NA.
I'm not sure how much I like this hero, knowing that they're going to be going for this minus armor stuff with the Venge, because I feel like DP has armor issues. Like, and she has issues against burst damage, which is exactly what they have right now with Mars Mirana, right? This is a good pick. I think this is really strong. Like, the silence is a bit of a worry, but I think that's the only thing you have to worry about in the game, right? So at some point, he's gonna go like something into BKB, whether it's like Maelstrom or like whatever. And then his game is like super easy at the moment. There's nothing to stop the Weaver doing what he wants to do. I actually really like the CDEC draft so far. I think it's much better than RNG's in my eyes, at least.
It really comes down to their execution, though, right?
Yeah, it does. 100%. And I guess he has the disarm to be worried about from the Pango, but in terms of his mobility and actually dying, like, it's really hard to catch him at the moment. And they have minus armor or minus armor stacking with the Venge and the Weaver. Like, they can take Roche really easily. They have good team fight with the Mars as well. I think this DP might struggle. I say that it's probably going to get 10-0, but because it's probably Setsu playing it, right?
Yeah. And now that I think about that, and I'm kind of disappointed, but maybe they throw it off lane and throw the Pango mid.
I mean, they could. I don't know. I don't
think they will. I'm just saying it's possible.
They could put DP safe lane as well with the Clockwork potentially, and then pick like a different mid hero. But they need something that scales well on RNG with their last pick. It doesn't matter whether it's mid or safe lane. Trying to think of the heroes still in the pool that might be okay. I actually don't think DK's awful for them.
For RNG?
It gives them the hard lockdown they need as well. And they can hit this tempo timing with the DP and the DK. And like, Pangolier is really strong to play around as well. I wonder. They need some mid hero on CDEC as well. I mean, unless they do like Weaver mid. I've seen XM do that before. I think some more burst damage against the DP might be nice.
I think maybe you like Lena mid for him. Again, another hero that struggles against Pangolier too.
I think it's too immobile.
TA hasn't really been picked up too much, but again, another hero I'm not sure if it's going to be that great.
I actually wouldn't mind Storm as well, to allow them to get to the Shadow Demon. Like, kill off these squishies first, like, maybe even try and kill the Pango quickly. We haven't really seen Storm this tournament so far, and I think that's since the Bloodstone change with the Kaya build-up. It's probably pretty bad.
Ooh!
Okay. Yeah, and even more minus armor. Jesus.
He's done it.
Well done, sir. I think this DP's really going to struggle. Like, in the mid-game. I think she's going to get absolutely torn to pieces and get blown up. And now I don't think you can pick DK anymore.
No, I don't think so either.
You just give TA a free lane. Maybe... I think you have to pick stuns is the most important thing. Because if you don't, then this Weaver TA are going to take over the game.
Whoa.
Wow. I mean, it's good against all the minus armor stuff, but like... I think it's so greedy.
Super on the 5 o'clock.
I think CDEC is just going to take first stages and take over the map. And yeah.
I have no Kinder Eggs left to bet, so...
I don't want to bet on either of these, because I feel like RNG are the better team, but I prefer CDEC's lineup.
Just based on execution alone, I would kind of want to take RNG. Just I feel like CDC they've been executing very poorly.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't look like they're all on the same page.
They have Shadow Demon TB as well, which is always nice. I see this TA and I'm like, what do they do on RNG? Like, you get this Blink Desert at a really good time, and I think she just runs around the map and blows everybody up. And that's not even thinking about this Weaver, right? That's like, they don't have any control for either.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's depending, like, how much farm can the TB get. If TB gets farmed, then they can definitely win the game on RNG, but this TA is super good.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the Venge buffing her up with the attack range and stuff.
Well,
I think this Venge pick just enables so many heroes.
Yeah, it does, but will it really be enough? You know, like I think we've seen Monet just farm so well, especially on TB, that I'm worried. You know, I'm worried about CDC if they give a little bit too much space to TB.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If TB just ends up farming the jungle and they don't do anything, but the thing is, they have the potential with the tempo because they have TA Mars Weaver. Like these three calls all want to fight. Like at this 15 to 20 minute mark when TA gets Blink Deso, and I think this TB is going to struggle to like find any farm on the map. He can push out lanes with illusions and things, yeah, but if he doesn't go like, does he? I don't know. BKB doesn't even help him. Like he needs to go like Mantascardi or something, I think, and just hope that he's able to get the Sunder off before he gets blown up.
Prepare for battle.
Venge Morana Weaver sounds like a horrible thing to play into as well. Like, imagine if James just starts bot for like first blood or something. They just kill them straight away.
That's what he's doing too. It looks like they've got 4 setting up towards bottom. Oop, and there it is. Perfect. Magic missile, arrow, swashbuckle to the low ground, and he's got it. All right.
Weaver tried to go around to finish him off with the Sakuchi, but couldn't quite get there in time.
If Flyman was a little bit more loose with where he put that positioning, he would have been dead. But he played that fine.
Yeah, I can't believe Flywin ran up that hill, though. That was insane. Clockwork's starting to head up to this top lane here. So he's going to try and steal at least one of the runes. They might be able to get 2.
The battle begins.
Ooh. Monet grabs the rune. 2 each.
Pango was healing up in base, so had to it was unable to get to the runes, unfortunately.
And now he's actually TPing. Like, that's kind of crucial, because if he dies very quickly in this lane or something like that happens, then you know, he has to walk back. But there's no tri lane down here anymore.
Yeah, fortunately for him, I was going to say Morana's just TP'd up to top, so, or walked up top. Sorry, at least.
Yeah, I got you. I can read your mind.
Look at James. Look where he's sitting.
Range creep
Free range
secured.
creep.
And another meta first level. Okay. Not that I disapprove of it. Just we've seen it was so many games in a row with Conjure Image.
But you're playing against the God's Rebuke, so like if you take the image, it just dies really quickly. So at level 1, you just want to make sure you're freely getting these 2 waves that come in. Rana's getting run down here as well. She's trying to pull the wave, but just losing so much HP for it.
Too much HP.
Jesus, that was with boots as well, remember?
And he can still come under the tower because of the fact that the creeps are coming with him. So when does he have he has battery assault in 2 seconds. James.
Oh.
Aggro? Leave super. He really screwed that up, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, not a good arrow.
Yeah. SRF was coming over with the spear as well from the level 2. So the good thing is though that he's drawn the Murano away. So now that Monet got solo XP from those waves, and the wave is now pushing in towards his tower as well. Super goes to deward the small camp, so that'll spawn at the 2-minute mark. It's really nice. Mid lane going really well for the DP actually.
Yeah, 11 and 3 already.
It's actually owning. Why did I ever doubt him?
Because, you know, you're a doubter.
I'm a hater, dude.
Yeah. Or as Darren Till would say, a doubter. Was that good? Did I nail it?
No, that was bad.
God damn. He's Scouse, so.
Oh, that was pretty awful.
Is, yeah. Well, don't tell him that because he'll beat me up.
I love how Setsu's just waiting to use the Spirit Slifer charge until he pops Refraction on XM. So he can actually just like harass him with right clicks, right? Which is obviously how you play this lane. But
for those less inclined like myself, you're explaining.
And me.
Setsu again. Setsu, he's... I almost want to say he's the second best mid, but it's so hard because I'm so biased towards Somnus and Ori.
Don't be biased, caster.
Yeah.
What the hell? Like, all 3 lanes at the moment are going pretty well for RNG. Why didn't I just trust my gut before I saw the drafts?
I already put my remaining Kinder Eggs.
All 0 of them.
On RNG. You know, production never got back to me about giving me Kinder Eggs.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Because I'm an idiot? Probably makes sense.
Yeah, what's this kid talking about?
We don't have those here.
An easy shot.
God, Setsu, man. He's just so... He's impressed me a lot this event.
Oh, and he... Okay.
Radiant's
He gets an arcane rune on DP, which is like insanely good because it increases the... Or sorry, it decreases the cooldown time of Spirit Siphon. He's actually just jungling on TA.
I just
That's
wish
insane.
he had a bottle.
Yeah, he had it coming out on Courier, but it didn't want to wait.
Yeah. Because if he had that bottle, he could probably save it for like an exorcism. Although,
I think
could
it's
he
better
get
to just keep
exorcism
it.
quickly?
I don't know if he will. He might if he feels like there's a rotation that can come in. Like you see September kind of moving towards this mid lane a little bit on the Shadow Demon. He's like kind of hovering around. This TB's just free farming as well. Like, this Clockwork's doing such a good job of just, like, making the lane, like, breaking it up so that they can't just get this, like, Mirana-Mars combo that they wanted. And making the Mirana move over to mid lane because TA's having to jungle is, like...
Terrible.
Yeah, it's super bad because now they can't pressure the TB in lane at all. I was just seeing James arrow the Clockwork there to take the rune. It was quite nice. They're going to take 3 bounty runes. It's very nice. For CDEC.
Death Prophet here, mid, level 6, full level ahead of XM.
Like, he
Here
has
comes the
Exorcism
Spirit
here,
Siphon.
remember?
He could, well, he doesn't have the mana, but he does have the bottle, so he could chase.
Yeah. Like, he wants to play with this catapult wave here. Oh, they actually got it.
They actually got the TB top.
Yeah, they finally sent the Mirana back top again, and he probably didn't expect it because I don't think they had a ward down at all. Maybe they did, unless it depends where Mirana came from.
Yeah, and I think it was higher on the lane, not where that observer ward is.
Oh, they've only just put the ops down, right? Okay, yeah.
We go unseen.
Not, you know, it's not awful as of right now. Losing that TB just because your other 2 lanes are going relatively well.
Yeah, and TA's catching up. You see here in the jungle, she's taking a 3-stack that I think Mirana made. So like she's getting levels. Like it's okay. I'm really surprised these supports like Clockwork and SD haven't tried to come to the mid lane sooner and try play around this exorcism with the catapult wave. Because how many times do we see this? Like the 6-minute rune into like the catapult wave shove into trying to push the tower with exorcism.
Mm-hmm.
And now the catapult wave just dies.
CDC though, like we talk about how RNG's having a good lane, but they're up 1,000 net worth. Like, it really astonishes me the feeling I get, or the feeling that we had. Like we're both looking at it, and it's like RNG's having a great time, but still yet.
Yeah, but all of a sudden they get a kill on the TB though, right? Like,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
the net worth
yeah.
just changes.
Oh man.
Dyer's courier
It's still relatively even now, but like, yeah. It's the support's the big one. Like this Mirana just farms so quickly as a 4.
Radiant's middle
Like in
tower
comparison.
is under attack. Dyer's top tower is under
Yeah, TV's
attack.
forced to jungle. That's not a. Yeah, it's actually not the worst thing. Like I think earlier in this event, I had like one of those moments where I was like, TV's jungling, like that sucks. And then I think time and time again, I was just proving like, yeah, he can jungle, he's fine. Yeah. Like he's gonna really rip through and still continue to like recover that net worth. And it's something that we saw in the previous series too. Like TB had such a terrible lane, went back to the jungle, all of a sudden recovered, and wins the game.
You see him just taking like ancient stacks at like 7 minutes into the game.
They're gonna arena, but
Nice.
they won't hit the arrow thanks to the disruption of September. However, Super Cogs locks in 2, Starstorm comes in, they're
DP's
rotating.
TPing.
Yeah, you need to be careful if you're the side of CDEC. Yes, you'll get the kill on the Super, but you're losing SRF and potentially more. They can just get a grip on James, but he still has another lead. And he's got 11 charges on that one, so...
This is really good for like the Venge now. Like, if she gets free XP mid lane as well to get towards that level 6. And like, you force the DP rotation, but she doesn't get anything from it.
Hmm. 8.5 minutes in. Still 1,000 net worth lead.
Thing is, like, as much as TV recovers, like, yeah, TA had a bad lane, but it wasn't awful, and unless you really continually shut down TA, the recovery's almost guaranteed.
Yeah, and I thought this Pango might make a rotation so earlier than he has. Like, he's hit this level 6, and we haven't really seen anything from him. But yeah, like I feel like there has to be something that happens soon, right? Also, the Helm of Dom since the nerf, I was wondering whether people would still be building it. We haven't seen it at all today, have we?
No, we haven't.
Like it's been completely ignored. So maybe that's going to be a trend moving forward, unfortunately. I wonder what the new farming item is going to be.
Yeah, we weren't really sure because, like, the changes weren't exactly too drastic.
You're losing 15 damage on every neutral you hit, though, all the time, right? Like, it's still quite a lot. think it's in an okay place, but it's just not. I don't know when people are going to build it now. It would have been pretty good this game, though. You know, all the armor would have been really nice. He's going to go Vlad's first on the Panga.
I was more surprised we saw a Necrobook before we saw Helm of the Dominator.
But as one goes down in value, it means the other one goes up, right?
Yeah.
A golden thread.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I want to see how Ame plays this, because recently we've been watching a lot of Ame maybe getting a little bit over his head. Like, wasn't there a Spectre game in the group stage that we saw, and he just got way too active on early?
I can't remember. I really can't remember. Yeah, no, he wasn't active at all, was he? That was the.
It was like
he
he was
on
for like the
Lifestealer?
first like haunt or two, and then he just didn't do
on
anything.
Spectre.
Yeah,
I can't really remember, but
that was like the first series against E-Home.
I mean the problem they're having is it's the same thing. Like they're gonna hit this timing soon on CDEC. Like this is what we thought, where they hit the first Roche and then this DP's just gonna like really struggle. Like look at the level difference now between the TA and the DP. There's like a level and a
Radiant
half.
structures are fortified.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be that way because Setsu was a level ahead, I believe. Like that means TA is just getting so much experience. The stacks are coming in, and he's cleaning up the jungle so quickly because he's top of the net worth right now. And that's what we used to see when TA was picked all the time.
And have we seen an exorcism yet? I feel like we haven't. It's
No.
just
Radiant's bottom
like
tower
they need to be
is
playing
under
this tempo
attack.
game with the DP. This is why the supports need to link up with Asuna, or like the Panga needs to link up with the DP. And they're actually going to take this bot tier 1, which is fine. Like they're just trading tier 1s on the map at the moment.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower has fallen.
And TA's gone for Blink first as well, which I actually quite like. They need to be able to get onto the Shadow Demon if a fight ever breaks out. But, you know, maybe if she'd have gone Deso first, she might have hit the Blink quicker. Who
Ooh,
knows?
Flywin. He swashbuckled forward, but he might actually just pay for this. He's got the swarm on him. He's trying to make the right move with the swashbuckle onto the low ground. Arrow flies in. They split the seams and let the clockwork get
Radiant
hit.
structures are fortified.
Seems like, don't worry guys, I'll tank it. They're like, no, we dodged it, it's fine. He's like,
Radiant's
no,
middle tower is under
I will
attack.
tank the arrow. For you.
You didn't have to do that. You're the last one in line. You know that, right? And there's the exorcism. They'll go for the tier 1 mid. This will be better. If they can, again, choke down on the mid lane and make sure that they get the TA no farm. But as I say that, Pangolier gets swapped. They've got themselves the disruption to try and save him, but he's dead. God's Rebuke. SRF gets the kill.
I love how he, like, he comes out of disruption. He's like, oh, maybe I can get away with swashbuckle here. And there's like a spear, a Sakuchi sitting on top of him, and a wave of terror straight away.
Quick shot on SRF. All right, swap. Now that's going to put the Venge into the cogs. Like, this just doesn't seem like that's
Good
going that great
arena.
for Royal Never Give Up. And CDEC are going to take full advantage. September, Super Setsu,
Dire's
all
middle tower
gone.
is under attack.
And
Dire's structures
RNG.
are fortified.
yeah, this game, and it's 3,000 net worth lead. I don't want to do that. This game, I'm not going to say it. This game's not over by a long shot, but
Dire's
you lose
middle
that tier 1
tower has
tower, and
fallen.
it just gives so much control over to CDC.
Yeah, really well played. Like, good fight, good arena by SRF with this new Blink pickup that he's got. Just able to instantly just jump in. And you see how quickly that DP died. Like, she was sitting under the tier 1. I think she had 11 armor or something. And she just dies straight away. This TA just has, like, doesn't even have Deso yet, only Blink. And she still dies in, like, 2 shots.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And now they're going to have massive TA issues when she gets that Deso up. And they take the mid tier 1, which starts to open up this top half of the map.
Super.
It's almost like they have no catch for the Weaver.
Yeah, well, he hook shot a neutral creep, so.
But, like, even if he does that, the Weaver can just time-lapse away and Sakuchi away, right? Like,
No, when you get hook shot, that skill goes on cooldown.
Have blessed me.
It's a specific
right, okay.
interaction.
it's like the AM axe. It's time dilation as well. Okay.
Just buy Ags, you'll be okay, I swear.
Yeah.
He would have won that game with Ags, by the way.
That's what I like to hear.
Hindsight 2020. Look at the splits of the net worth. Kind of disgusting. I will say though, Shadow Demon's got a decent chunk of farm. Not amazing. Obviously, Mirana ahead has the Yules already. Yule's arrow is going to be very good for them because they can line that up with the spear afterwards if they want to continue to lock down somebody, say like the Death Prophet. Not that they need it. The Minus Armor is so good for them in the moment that they just blow these heroes up. Oh god, arrow and the spear. Just a 90-degree turn when you're just stunned. And
Nice.
yeah, the cog, every time the cogs have come out, swap, and they haven't been able to do anything with it. Super's dead too. 2 heroes gone. Monet's going to be
No
next.
arrow.
The silence comes in. Spear is there. They've got the disruption. Can they get the Shikuchi save? No. Arrow hits and he's just dead. Shikuchi right on him. And September might be... Oh, gosh. Jeez, just getting the TP out. They're overwhelmed. They can't do anything.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But this is what we're saying. Like, they have no mid game. It's like they need to have to play around this Rolling Thunder, but Pango's just dying first every single fight.
Dire's courier
And they get the courier as well, so Monet can't even buy his Manta at the shop. Like, I don't know. This is insane. Deso's coming out for the TA. They're going to start playing around the Roche Pit now. They only have 1 point in Wave of Terror, but with the 4 points in the Vengeance Aura, like, it just doesn't matter. I was going to ask you about it. Like, this Weaver's going Lincoln's first, which I'm really surprised about. I honestly thought he'd go BKB second item and build, like, a damage item first to help him scale. But maybe in his mind, like, the only thing he has to worry about this game is, like... Because we said they have no catch, right?
Yeah.
The silence is obviously a small problem, but if he goes Lincoln's, the TB can't sunder him either, which is also quite nice. So, like, he can play as aggressively on the TB as he wants, knowing that they don't really have anything to stop him.
No. That arrow was meant for Super. It hits September. He ends up dead. They do get the kill there on a Victoria, but jeez, that is just the most unlucky Shadow Demon I've ever seen. They'll use the Exorcism, SRF, not getting the kill here, but he throws the spear. The arena disappears. They'll get
think
the kill on
Setsu
the
just
Super,
dies.
and Setsu, he's being chased. They've got the disarm onto the Weaver. It's not going to matter, though. XM gets the kill. They go after Flywind. They'll chase under the tier 2 tower, and they should have themselves yet another kill. The Swashbuckle's not far enough away, and XM with the double, and that is the #1 ranked XM.
Why did I double doubt myself in the early stages of this game? Saying that RNG were doing well. Like, I knew this moment was coming. I was talking about it earlier. Why am I just such a fool?
Oh, God.
I have no idea. Maybe I just don't know anything.
I don't know, but I would never take you gambling with me.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, because your gambling's been really good today.
I lost all my Kinder Eggs, man. I'm out. I'm not even getting paid for this event anymore. But I was all in. I never regretted it.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah,
is under
yeah, yeah.
attack.
I regret it now. Not during the game. Oh gosh, what do they? I'm gonna ask you the worst, one of those terrible caster questions. What do
How do they get back
RNG
into the
need,
game?
and how do they get back into the game?
How did I know that was coming?
I kind of stumbled over it with the first time I tried to say that sentence. That's why.
A small miracle, and Setsu needs an armor item. He's got plate mail, like, queued up. I think he realizes, like, Ring of Aquila will help. That's armor. But he doesn't want to give up the People's Gift. And he wants to give the Aquila to the TB anyway, I guess. Like, they need this TB to just keep farming as well. Like, he's doing okay. Because you have to remember, like, TA is always going to be ahead in farm of, like, the other team. That's just what the hero does. There's still a bounty room, by the way, on the top half of this map, next to the Roche Pit.
Roshan has fallen to
Nobody's
the
taken it. It's 18.5 minutes in.
Okay.
And so, like, if this TB keeps farming, the TB's net worth means more than the TA's. If that makes sense? I don't know, but, like, the Skadi's going to be super good against the TA when they get it out, right? Because it reduces the attack speed slow. I just don't know if anybody can survive this massive burst damage they have anymore.
is under attack.
Like,
September's just getting
guys.
bullied. At this point, it's cyberbullying,
Dire's
and
top tower is under
you
attack.
gotta lay off him. I mean, he's only 1 in 3, but I mean, I don't know if you saw that arrow hit bottom. It was not
Dire's
fair.
top tower has fallen.
It was like the arrow was made specifically for him, even though it was aimed at Super.
Oh, something I want to point out, by the way. Venge's talents at level 10 are awful. Oh, hang on, mid lane.
Oh, yeah, they're worth the skip. Setsu, though, Yules,
They have a sentry.
nobody's
now.
around him. What's he gonna do? Nothing. God, Aegis, Deso, Blink, going into the BKB, basically has it already. Yeah.
Has it. On the courier.
Oh my god.
It's 19 minutes in, B-Cop.
I'll be honest, I'm trying to be super serious about this game, but like CDC, they have this game, and it's in the bag. The only thing that, unless RNG find a way to rip the bottom of the bag open, I don't. It's their game to lose for sure.
Yeah, they're picking out that there's vision there somewhere because TA checked on the tower vision.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
That's the thing, like, that's why I was kind of disappointed with how CDC played in the group stage, because you know how good XM is, you know how good Ame is,
Yes.
like, these are, and you know how good, like, all these guys are. Like, that's the thing with the Chinese teams and the Chinese rosters, is the fact that you've got CDC and SAG. Like, SAG is probably the least known of teams that have, like, studs on them. But you've got former LGD player Victoria, you've got SRF, who, like, he's an amazing offlaner. Now Ame.
Wait,
He gets
what?
popped.
What was that disruption?
I'm not certain, but it's not going to be good for them. They've got the arena around on 3 of these heroes. They're going to try and TP out September, but they've got the swap coming in for Victoria. And now the
Oh
double
my
swap
goodness.
bringing back Setsu. Oh, dear Lord. He's just so good. September Super Setsu all gone. And it looks like it might even be another with Flywind if anybody spots him in these trees. You don't even see TB in these fights.
I've never seen Avenge have so much impact in a fight before. Dear Lord. That was incredible.
God.
You know that, I come back to this reference all the time. You know that scene from, what's the film with the mathematician? What's that film called, B-Cop?
A Beautiful Mind. Come
Beautiful
on,
Minds.
Mo.
Yeah, it's Beautiful
Jesus.
Minds. I can't remember what the film was called. Anyway, yeah, it's that scene from the Beautiful Minds where all the numbers just line up on the board. And he's like, I can do this.
That
was Victoria. Flywind's in trouble.
He's more than in trouble. He's dead. Oh my god, dude! The one time you go, you know that movie? You
I
can't
don't
even
even know.
name the movie.
I give you like such the smallest description as well.
And I nailed it. I got it. I mean, it could be The Hangover as well,
Oh yeah. I forgot about that one.
but you know, it's both
Oh, that's
numbers
not
in
as
the
good
sky.
though. Beautiful Minds is actually like a really nice and good film. Hangover's okay, but
He's going for the Scotty. Can he get it? Can Monet bring this game back? Can he rip a tiny seam in the bag?
like it doesn't matter if Monet's standing there doing his damage. They're 17k behind and he has no team. Like Setsu just dies first every single fight. And this is why I hated the DP pick so much. Like, I think it just dies.
Now, in lane it was okay.
Yeah, in lane it was good, but then TA just went to the jungle and they just didn't do anything like about it on RNG, and TA just was able to catch up. I actually think that first TB death top was really impactful for this game.
Yeah,
Like when that Mirana
it threw
rotated
for a
back top
loop.
again.
Certainly threw everything for a loop. God, but XM, TA is just one of those heroes. You can't you can't leave him, you know, without supervision. If you're the other team, he's like, you know, you're in charge of the daycare. You take your eyes off one of the kids, he gets into the mud.
I will say as well, these Miranas that we've been seeing across this tournament have all been so good. Like,
Yeah.
they always get farm. They get this mech and they're always so impactful.
Dire's top tower.
BKB, there's the arena out on the 2. They've already killed Super. It's a mega kill streak for SRF. BKB's coming out around the horn. 1 from XM. The Rolling Thunder's not going to be enough. Monet trying to output some of this damage here with the Exorcism rolling from Setsu. The silence comes out of the couple, but Thunder from Monet, he still just doesn't have the damage. SRF, hey, he just walks away.
We've
He's
just
okay.
just time lapses back as well, and now like he can just turn back into the fight again. Yeah, the game's they're gonna
September's
call it.
dead. Monet goes down. GG is called by Super. And CDEC, they roll out of control through RNG for game one.
This game was insane. Like, there were so many silly moments as well from RNG. Do you remember that bot fight where they like hook shot into Cogs on the Weaver, and for then some reason the Shadow Demon just decided to disrupt him, and then he's like has no more silence on him anymore when he comes out of the disruption, and he's like, "Oh, thanks very much." Like, Arme's like, "Okay, cheers, man."
I said destroy him, not disrupt him.
Yeah. This DP just didn't have a game like at all. She just dies, and they group up really well.
Never Give Up didn't have a game. They had 2 kills, dude. Like none of them had a game.
Yeah, I don't know.